The idea sounds completely absurd on paper, but when shown as a movie, it's nearly flawless.
And what could possibly be absurd to you, Boxhead?
I'm saying it's not absurd. The Dark Knight, Batman.
Let's hear it.
Take the first action sequence in a parking garage. Some drug buyers show up to meet their sellers. The Scarecrow and his goons.
That Scarecrow? Dude looks like a man in a suit wearing a potato sack over his head.
It's his signature look in this movie. And the buyers were complaining that the drugs bought from Scarecrow messed up one of their customers. Then Scarecrow says, "What are you talking about? This is some good shit."
What kind of drug dealers care about the well-being of their customers?
Well, this guy does. He also loves dogs and brought them to this meet.
Oh, good backup. But shouldn't drug meetings be somewhere more discreet instead of a bright echo of an open parking lot?
Then those dogs go off barking because they sense some other presence in the meeting. The dog owner says, "My dogs are hungry."
What do the dog's hunger have to do with sensing some other presence? And how would the dogs know the difference between the creepy baghead wearing guy like Scarecrow and some other thing?
Then 3 different Batmans show up in the shadows, holding guns. One of them fires off his shotgun to intimidate, and a chaos of shooting breaks out.
3 Batmans? Was it an optical illusion?
The dogs go attacking. Then one of the Batman tries to grab Scarecrow from the back, but he turns around and gives him a free sample of his drugs.
It's a wide open parking lot and they've got guns. Why aren't they trying to shoot the dogs?
Because there's a grand entrance. The Bat Tumbler comes crashing in from the edge of the building, crushing cars to make its entrance be known.
The edge of the building? What, did this giant tank thing just crawl along the exterior side of the structure and roll on in? It enters so slow. It's not like it launched from another building or from the ground. Otherwise, there would have been some acceleration to a stop. Look, it just casually rolls on in.
All these baddies fire off their guns against this bulletproof monstrosity, then enters this intimidate mode. It fires off some powerful gun blasts against the far edge of the structure to scare and scatter them all away, causing big explosions of fire.
Batman's taking liberty into property damage, isn't he?
The Tumbler was on remote autopilot because the real Batman shows up and knocks out one of the fake Batmans.
So the tumbler made its way into the building on its own and scatter away these criminals? Wouldn't it be more tactical to have this remote tumbler stand by with its guns while the real Batman announces his presence as a surrounding threat?
Batman goes on a rampage and starts beating up all the goons that casually walks up to him. Bop, 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 King. Bop, King, bop, King.
I thought they had guns. Why aren't they shooting Batman from a distance?
Then those dogs, they start attacking another one of those fake Batmans. Real Batman shoots his grappling gun, pulling the fake Batman away, dragging those Rottweilers.
And what does that do? Shouldn't he be using his grappling gun on the dogs to pull them off? He's just asking to get bit.
Yeah, one of the dogs bites Batman. He just tosses it aside.
He just casually tosses a giant Rottweiler right off. I think those kinds of dogs were trained to put more of a bite than that.
Scarecrow drives his van and tries to slam Batman. But then he grabs on, opens one of his gadgets to slice his way in. He jumps off before ramming into a pillar.
Well, why did Batman bother to hang on to the van so long for such a high-risk move without a faster means to stop it? Couldn't that remote bat tumbler park near the exits to prevent escaping instead? Or maybe use his grappling hook to catch up?
Even better, Batman had a cooler plan. He walks up to the ledge of the spiraling ramps and then times his descent below.
He times his descent without seeing the actual van? How would he take into consideration the van's changing speed? It's descending on a spiral.
Batman leaps, and he lands on top of the escaping van so hard, the roof gets smashed right in, bringing the whole thing to a dead stop.
Okay, why does the van come to a dead stop when the roof implodes? Either Batman crushed the Scarecrow's head, causing him to step on the brakes, which is 1 in a million chance, or the Scarecrow stepped on the brakes in panic because he somehow saw Batman about to land on his vehicle. Neither is probably true. It makes no sense that the van just stops on a dime.
What a cool skill, right? And then Batman rounds up all of the bad guys and fake Batmans, tying them up against a wall for the cops to later come and take them away.
Did Batman drag all of the guys from the 10 floors below and all of the guys he beat up on the upper level and then tie them up in one nice lined up group? Or did he haul all of the fake Batmans to the lower level where he smashed the van and tie them up there? Did he drive them all one by one in his bat tumbler?
He has the means and the incredible skills to clean up the mess of a crime. He always has.
And what happened to those dogs? Batman tossed one of them aside, and the other one wasn't accounted for. Or did Batman tie them up too? Maybe it ran away because it was hungry.
Batman pulls off the Scarecrow's mask and tells him to be good. And don't do drug dealings out in the open again.
Huh?
One of the fake Batmans cries, and he says, "What's the difference between you and me?" Batman then says, "I'm not wearing hockey pads."
What?
He said, "I'm not wearing hockey pads."
What the hell does that mean? Of all things, why is he commenting on their costumes? Shouldn't he say something more meaningful like, "You're too fat and out of shape. You'll get yourselves killed." Or, "Real Batmen don't use guns." Or, "You ain't rich like me." Or maybe something like, "Check out my ride, son." Or maybe even better, "Bow down to the OG."
He could say those things. Batman says what he wants, and the wannabes will listen.
Right, so why did Batman even leave the fake Batmans with the others? And they're all just sitting there with no implication that they're all tied up or anything. Couldn't they just get up and leave?
Of course they're tied up. They're probably restrained with some kind of bat cuff or something.
We see nothing of that sort. They're all just conveniently sitting together. After this chaos and the shootout and the crashed vehicles, the scene just needed Batman to say his hockey pad line in his car.
This scene demonstrates that Batman always has control of a situation, no matter how the chaos or how outnumbered he is. He has the means, the skills, and even shows the contrast of his abilities to others who think they can achieve what he has.
Does it really? Fat Batman kind of has a point. Aside from the fancy gadgets, there really is no difference from Batman and the fake ones.
No way. Batman has the combat experience, he's a skilled detective, and has gone through many scenarios fighting crime at the highest stakes.
It helps that Batman is rich too.